Good afternoon, everyone. We are the Graph 4, and the topic that we are going to tackle about is examining the author's main argument and point of view. So, when studying historical sources, dapat aware ta sa document sources o sa author's point of view, unsa ang iyang experience, iyang motives niya, beliefs, origin, age niya, yang gender, yung social status, and ideology. And to be effectively analyze the documents, dapat personal interpretation jud siya and not by facts because as we know man God, ang primary sources have no biases because it's all about historical facts. So, in order to be effective in analyzing documents or in analyzing sa point of view, dapat atong hinumduman nga ato yung i-treat ang document as our personal interpretation and not by facts. So, in analyzing author's argument, so these are the na questions na imong i-ask sa imong kaugalingon. So first question is, so who is the speaker or the source? So dapat kabalo dito sa author's biography sa itong iyang age, iyang gender, sa iyang status niya na sa status sa source. So second is, what is the occasion? So why did he or she made the poem or the novel? What is the current situation, place, and time nga kanang document kay iyang nabuhat. So, third kay, who is the intended audience? So, kinsay yung gipasabot sa iyang ibuhat nga poem or novel? Unsa na? Siyang gipasabot para sa mga bata ba or para sa mga tiguwang or iya ba nang isulat para sa uban nga makabasa ang uban or makadungog ang uban or iya ba nang isulat para sa iyang kaugalingon ra or kanang iya rang gi-private ba, like that. So, next is, what is the purpose? So diyan namang mutanan siya unsay motives, beliefs, and ideology of the source. So next is, what is the subject? So dana siya tana ka og unsay topic, unsay content, and ideas sa source. So next is, what is the tone? So unsay gipakita nga emotion or mood sa source. So mao to siya ang mga questions nga dapat nimong i-ask sa imong self. So kanang in examining author's main argument and point of view, et kuan di kanang katabang dyan siya nato para masabtan nato tarong o maayo ang document. So, if we don't examine the author's point of view, maybe we can be biased or mistakenly interpret nato ang document or poem ba or novel.
So, good morning everyone. I am the next reporter, Christine M. Crelego. So, the Filipino painstakingly struggled for detachment from their colonial masters while it took the early revolts Amirad motives, the 1896 Philippine Revolution led by Andres Bonifacio and his Katipunan hope for a better cause or freedom. So, motto, before ta mo proceed sa pag-ibig sa tinubuang lupa ni Andres Bonifacio, let's just have a short life background kung kinsa gini si Andres. So, as all we know, Andres Bonifacio is known for being the leader of the Philippine Revolution and the founder of Katipunan or KKK. kataas-taasang kagalang-galangang katipunan ng mga anak ng bayan. So kani siya is a militant nationalist secret society that led to rebellion against Spaniard colonial rule. So kani pud siya nga society is dako kay ni siya gigampanan nga role since they fight for independence against Spaniards. And aside from that, this organization is naani sila yung mga primary goals. One of this is to unite the Filipino nation to revolt against Spaniards. And second is to achieve a total independence in the country from Spain. So, Andres Bonifacio is known for Andres Bonifacio E. de Castro. So, obviously, ang Bonifacio is gikan na sa iyang father and ang de Castro is sa iyang mother. So, he was born on November 30, 1863 in Tondo, Manila, Philippines. And his parents are Santiago Bonifacio and Catalina de Castro. So, kani si Santiago Bonifacio, usa ni siya ka-tailor, ka-local politician, and a boatman who operated in a river ferry, while si Catalina is usa ni siya kanang employee sa cigarette rolling factory. So kani nga couple si Catalina ug si Santiago is naningkamot kini sila maayo para masuportahan nila ilahang mga anak na silang Andres Bonifacio ug ihang mga younger siblings. But atong 1881 kaning si Catalina is nagkasakit siya tuberculosis and then namatay. And then following year kani pong si Santiago Bonifacio nagkasakit and then namatay. So mao to si Andres Bonifacio at a very young age kanang napugol siya stop sa iyang high education and then nag-focus na lang siya trabaho as a messenger ug unsa pa to ng mga trabaho iyang gisudlan para lang jud masuportahan niya ihang mga younger orphan siblings. So Andres Bonifacio died on May 10, 1890. Ato nga time after sa first election of president in the Philippines sa Tejeros Convention, si Andres Bonifacio ato nga time is one of the candidates for president and then but unfortunately si Andres Bonifacio is wala siya kadaog. So kato nga time nakadaog ato kay si Emilio Aguinaldo and then kani si Andres Bonifacio is wala ni siya kadawat sa new government ni kanang Emilio Aguinaldo. So mao to si Emilio Aguinaldo kanang gicharge niya og treason and sedition si Andres Bonifacio og si Procopio kay lagi kaning si Andres Bonifacio is naako na ni siya balak na pabagsakon ang bag-ong gobyerno ni Emilio Aguinaldo and napuguno siya balak na patyon si Emilio Aguinaldo. So mao to on May 10 both Procopio and Andres Bonifacio were likely shot dead by the firing squad. So, mga tao ni siya ni Emilio Aguinaldo. They were shot dead by the firing squad sa Mount Magpatong, Maragondon, Philippines. And then, ang spouses ni Andres Bonifacio, iyang first wife kay si Monica of Palamor. So, si Monica of Palamor is kanang monihang first wife and then sadly namatay po ni siya tungod po sa sakit na leprosy. And then sa iyang second wife is si Gregoria de Jesus. Gregoria de Jesus is kanang nagkaila ni siya at nagpakasal ni sila ato nga time 18 pa lang si Gregoria while si Andres Bonifacio is 29. Nagkaanak sila but sadly namatay.
Hi everyone, I am Puvikit Pokong. I am the next reporter. So my topic is all about the poem of Andres Bonifacio, Pag-ibig sa Tinubuang Lupa. Andres Bonifacio, often known as our father of the Philippine Revolution. He was the founder of the Katipunan. Comes from the root word tipon, a Tagalog word meaning gathering or to gather. He is a militant nationalist secret society that led the rebellion against Spain. So, Andres Bonifacio declared Philippine independence in 1896 in the wake of the execution of his hero and mentor, Jose Rizal. So, let's proceed to the next slide. So, what does the poem all about? The poem entitled Pag-ibig sa Tinubuang Lupa, written by Andres Bonifacio, was one of the contents of the first ever issue of Kalayaan, the newspaper of the Katipunan, on March 1896. Aside from that, this poem is about being proud of one's nationality and country. This poem definitely can make someone proud to be a Filipino and can make someone proud to have a hero like Andres Bonifacio, who fought and battled to save his fellow men and country. The poem Pag-ibig sa Tinubuang Lupa was composed during the Spanish colonization. The poem is composed of 28 stanzas, wherein each stanza is written traditionally, each with 4 verses, a rhyme, and a measure of 12s. This way of writing became popular during the 19th century. So, what is the purpose of this poem? So, Andres Bonifacio published Pag-ibig sa Tinubuang Lupa to instill a spirit of patriotism in the Filipino people and encourage them to join the fight for true Philippine independence from Spanish colonial control. He encourages Filipinos to strive for their country's independence from Spanish rule. The poem's topic is being proud of one's country and nationality. It wishes to convey the notion that we Filipinos should value and safeguard what we have, especially to our homeland. In the poem, Andres Bonifacio expresses his dissatisfaction with the fading of nationalism among his compatriots. The poem Pag-ibig sa Tinubuang Lupa likewise exposes the hardships and injustices of the Spanish administration. Andres Bonifacio is proud of his own country and nationality and is full of pride and respect for it. However, he was saddened for Filipinos who had lost their sense of patriotism for their motherland. He was particularly frustrated by how the Spanish treated Filipinos and their nation, which he saw as unfair and full of misery. Which means that the tone of this poem are mixed emotions. The poem entitled Pag-ibig sa Tinubuang Lupa is intended for Filipinos. It was composed to inspire Filipinos to band together and fight for the country's independence from Spanish colonization.
Second one is the cartilla will guide every Katipuneros on how he or she treat other people. So, I repeat, number 1, it's for self-development. Number 2, it is a guide for us on how we should treat other people. So, let's talk about rule number 1. So, rule number 1 states, ang kabuhayang hindi ginugugol sa isang malaki at banal na kadahilanan ay kahoy na walang lilib, kundi madamong makamandag. So, unsay gistoryahan diri sa unang rule sa kartilya. So, diri gitakol kung asa ang tawo dapat na siya silbi. So, maliban pa sa silbi, dapat kay balo pud siya unsa iyang layunin sa kinabuhi. So, naa siya goal na nais niya nga makamit. So, kung ato ang balikan, ang KKK diri gistorya sa unang layunin or sa unang rules ng kartilya ay ninanais nito na maipaliwanag na bilang isang mamamayan, dapat alam mo kung ano ang ginagawa mo, kung ano ang silbi mo bilang sa panahon ng kaguluhan at digmaan. Therefore, inaalay mo ang iyong sarili upang ipaglaban ang iyong bansa. So, rule number 2 says, ang gawang magaling na nagbubuhat sa pagpipita sa sarili, hindi sa talagang nasa gumawa ng kagalingan ay di kabaitan. So, the second rule is all about doing the right thing. So, gisuryahan diri sa ikaduha nga rules nga ikaw dapat maghimo og maayong butang sa imong isig ka tawo bisan walay nakakita, or example, ikaw bilang usa ka tawo naghimo ra kag maayo kay gusto nimo magpasikat or nagbuhat ra ka kay naay nakakita. So diri sa number 2 gitakol bilang isang Katipunero, dapat ikaw ay gumawa ng mabuti bisag walay nakakita. or kahit dili na ma-recognize sa lain nga tawo. Kay nag-initiate ka nga buhaton to siya sa imong kusang loob, dili nimo siya gibuhat kay nagpabilib ra ka sa imong or naa kay kinahanglan title nga kuhaon. Rule number 3 states, ang tunay na kabanalan ay ang pagkawang gawa, ang pag-ibig sa kapwa, at ang isukat ang bawat kilos, gawat pangungusap sa talagang katwiran. So okay, the third rule states what kindness really means. True act of kindness for a Katipunero is the love and service he rendered to the other people and not the other way around. Rule number 4 states, maitim man at maputi ang kulay ng balat, lahat ng tao'y magkapantay, mangyaring ang isa'y higtan sa dunong, sa yaman, sa ganda, ngunit hindi mahigitan sa pagkatao. By understanding this rule, diri nato makita that the content and the provisions of the Cartilla was a reaction to some of the value system nga nakita nila nga angay, usbon, or sayop. It was a reaction of racism, gender superiority, culture superiority. Mao ni ang mga sayop nga culture nga gusto itama sa mga Katipunero, which was explained in the Cartilla ng Katipunan. So mahinumduman nato sa kasaysayan nga European considered Filipinos as Indios as inferior and they were the superior. So the Katipunero saw that we are all equal, we are all the same human beings regardless of color of our skin, whether black or white, same human being. Another good teaching is, which is included in the provision of the Cartilla, was the ideology of liberty, equality, and freedom. So, mao ni ang ideolohiya nga gusto itudlo ni Emilio Jacinto to teach all the members of the Katipunan to gain freedom, to gain liberty from the hands of the colonizers. So, the rule number 5 state na mataas na kalooban, inuuna ang puri kaysa pagpipita sa sarili. Ang may hamak na kalooban, inuuna ang pagpipita sa sarili ay puri. Ang buot ipasabot sa number 5, gitakol diri nga bilang isang individual member ng Katipunan, dapat ay mas bigyan mo ng halaga ang pagbibigay mo ng karangalan sa inyong organisasyon kaysa pan sariling interes. Hindi ang imong kagalingon lang imong ganauna nga musika. About the teachings of the Katipunan about the treatment of woman, which is not included in the PowerPoint. So, let's talk about rule number 10 and rule number 11. Rule number 10 says, sa daang matinik kabuhayan, lalaki ay siyang patnugot ng asawa at mga anak. Kung ang umakay ay tungo sa sama, ang patutunguhan ng inaakay ay kasamaan din. And rule number 11 says, ang babae ay huwag mong tignan sa isang bagay na libangan lamang, kundi isang katuwang at karamay sa mga kahirapan nitong kabuhayan. Gamitin mo ng buo, pagpitagan ang kanyang kahinaan at alalahanin ang inang pinagbuhatat na giwi sa iyong kasanggulan. Number 11 says, ang babae ay huwag mong tignan isang bagay na libangan lamang, kundi isang katuwang at karamay sa mga kahirapan nitong kabuhayan. Gamitin mo ng buong pagpipitagan ang kanyang kahinaan at alalahanin ang inang pinagbubuhatat na giwi sa iyong kasanggulan. To analyze these rules, diri nato makita ang stand sa Katipunan sa issue of rape against women. So, the issues and the abuses of women on gender inequality. So, that happened in their time that women is considered, mura siya giduaan na iguman lang nimo siya angkunon or pagsawaan, imo na siyang biyaan nga sugatan. So the Katipunan wanted to promote gender equality, that women should be treated with respect, that should be treated with as a companion to men. So nindot kay siya nga lesson nga kita nga mga Pilipino karon, we can actually learn from these ideologies. We should always respect to women. They are like our mother and they should be respected. Another very important teaching was provided in the Cartilla was to become selfless. to become person not only for yourself. Ato asad nga makita nga ang Katipuneros were teaching members of the Katipunan to become selfless, to learn how to sacrifice their name, to learn how to give good deeds not only for their families, not only for their village, but to make good and ordinary actions towards their fellow Filipinos.
Next page. And lastly, it was resolved unanimously that this nation, already free and independent as of this day, must use the same flag which up to now is being used, whose design and colors are found described in the attached drawing. So, next page. So, at the end of the Philippine Revolution, kaning si Emilio Aguinaldo is naadto siya sa exile sa Hong Kong, and then he designed the Philippine flag. So, each detail sa Philippine flag was carefully designed para muhold og meaning. And the persons who sewed the first flag out nga gikan sa silk is sila Marcela Agoncillo, iyang daughter nga si Lorenza, and si Doña Delfina Herbosa Natividad. Kani si Miss Natividad is mao ni ang pag-umangko ni Jose Rizal. So, as you can see sa flag, kanang nakita ninyo na tulo ka star dira sa triangle is mao na ang main islands kung asa nag-start ang revolutionary movement. It signifies the principle of archipelago, the Luzon, Mindanao, and Panay. Then, kana pong nakita ninyo nga 8 ka rays sa sun is mauna, it signifies the 8 provinces of the Philippines. Namely, the Manila, Cavite, Bulacan, Pampanga, Nueva Ecija, Bataan, Laguna, and Batangas. So, they declared themselves in a state of war as soon as the first revolution was initiated. Then, ang kanang tolo ka color nga inyo nakita dira sa Philippine flag, ang blue stripe and the red and the white is symbolizes or signifies commemorating the flag of the United States of America as a manifestation of our profound gratitude toward this great nation for its disinterested protection which it lent us and continuous lending us. And then, ang kanang white triangle nga nakita ninyo dira sa atong Philippine flag, it signifies the distinctive emblem of the famous society of the Katipunan, which by means of its blood compact inspired the masses to rise in the revolution.